Hello, welcome to PC Jack. This week, we were finally treated to the first round of hardware reviews for the Steam Deck. Yep, we're finally nearing launch with this embargo lifting. So, I wanted to take the time to take a look at what we've learned about the Steam Deck this week, some of my hopes for this product, and what it means for the PC gaming industry and what it can do to help turn the tide in this very dark time in the PC building space. Before we get into it, in case you weren't aware, Valve announced the Steam Deck back in July of 2021. There are currently 3 models to choose from which have the same performance but with varying storage capacities. Starting at $399 for the 64GB version, $529 for the 256GB NVMe version, or $649 for the 512GB version, which, as well as using NVMe storage, also has an additional anti-glare screen treatment. In addition to this, storage can also be expanded further using a micro SD card. The Steam Deck features a custom-designed AMD Zen 2 processor with 4 cores and 8 threads and a clock speed of between 2.4 to 3.5 GHz. It uses 8 RDNA 2 compute units and has a clock speed of around 1000 to 1600 MHz. It also features 16GB of LPDDR5 memory, a 7-inch 1280 by 800 resolution LCD display with a 60Hz refresh rate. There's 2 analog sticks with capacitive touch, 2 trackpads, a D-pad, face buttons, analog triggers, bumpers, assignable grip buttons, view and menu buttons, and a built-in gyro. And it also comes with a 40Wh battery that can provide 2 to 8 hours of gameplay. Now, on Monday the 7th of February, Valve officially lifted the hardware embargo for the Steam Deck, which meant we were able to finally get our hands on the actual performance of the Steam Deck, along with some other figures including latency and battery life, to name a few. A lot of which has been covered in great detail by YouTubers like Gamers Nexus and Linus Tech Tips. It has been explained that there's actually a second embargo for the software itself, so we will have to wait a bit longer before we can actually get a look at how the Steam Deck runs besides the hardware. Apparently some of the pre-production models are a little dicey with the software, but just needs a little bit more refining before we can actually see it ourselves. At that point, I'll be really excited to talk about the custom Linux-based distro of the SteamOS, which I'm really excited to try out. So, make sure you subscribe so you don't miss out on that. Anyway, the good news is, based on the titles that Valve have allowed reviewers to use, the performance is really impressive. Especially when managing to handle a game like Control, which, while you're not going to be able to max out, but using a medium or even low preset and getting a playable frame rate while visuals don't suffer too greatly due to the lower resolution and smaller screen size is a really big deal. It is worth noting though, that in order to make the most of your Steam Deck, you are going to have to take some time to actually tweak your power management settings and also cap your FPS in order to maintain your battery life. I totally agree with this, and even more so with a 60Hz refresh rate, so capping your FPS to 60 FPS is going to be a worthy compromise in order to get a better gaming experience that will last even longer. And while performance has been praised, the actual build quality has been received very well. Based on the teardowns that have made their way online this week, it's clear that Valve have been very particular with the actual build quality and design of the Steam Deck, and have made sure to ensure to use parts that are going to be durable and long lasting, while also maintaining repairability for the end user side. Now, Valve did advise against disassembling your Steam Deck, but given that a lot of tech-savvy users are going to want to make changes like upgrading your SSD storage or even just repairing down the line, it's good that they actually provided their own teardown in order to help users, and I have to give them props for making something that looks much more repairable compared to some products that we see on the market right now. Seeing all of these videos and articles on the Steam Deck has just got me really excited to actually get my hands on it. I have no idea why others haven't followed suit. Looking at you, AMD and Nvidia. But Valve's reservation queue has been a massive success, and it's actually ensured that even if you do have to wait a little bit of time to get your Steam Deck, you are guaranteed to get one, and you do get a rough estimate, rather than having to wait on the day for a restock like you would for other products. Admittedly, seeing an estimated shipping date of after Q2 in 2022 is a little bit disheartening, but at least I've got my place in the queue, and hopefully it won't be too much longer and everyone else will start getting their hands on these very soon. Now, it's really important to know who this product is actually for, and it's clear that Valve know exactly the kind of person that they are going to be aiming this product at. But there are other implications for other people as well that we need to discuss. The largest audience is obviously going to be existing PC gamers who are looking to play games away from their high-end gaming PCs and play anywhere they want to. I don't want to speak for everyone, but I speak for myself when I say that I have a huge backlog of Steam games that I've never played before. But there should actually be a good chance for me to actually pick those up and play them with the additional time I'd have to play. Something about playing my favourite games like Death Stranding or Red Dead Redemption 2 or Horizon Zero Dawn just seems unreal to play on the go. But I'm even excited for playing lesser demanding games due to the fact that they will obviously be less demanding on the hardware and be able to run for quite a long time. If you've been watching my Twitch streams, you'll know how much I've been enjoying the game Hades, and obviously because it's quite a lightweight title, I can see myself playing this on the Steam Deck for hours on end. But the other group of people who I would argue is the most important demographic is going to be people who want to get into PC gaming in the first place. Not saying us existing PC gamers aren't important, but it's no secret that the barrier to entry into PC gaming right now is extremely high, and it's just not viable for everyone due to the current shortages on specific hardware. It's pretty safe to assume that a lot of people have been burned out and just gave up on the idea of getting into PC gaming as a whole. But with the possibility to dip your toes in and try on a handheld PC gaming device, it should be a good way to get those people into the PC gaming community, and eventually when they can get their own dedicated desktop, they'll already have some games to go and will have a bit of an idea of what it's actually like to play on a PC. This is a huge prospect for bringing people into the hobby, which, as we know, has been quite difficult to get into for the last few years. Now, a Steam Deck isn't going to be a full-on desktop replacement, but given the fact that it's literally a handheld PC, it's going to be a good starting off point and offer such huge value to performance, value of which that Gabe Newell said was painful to actually reach. When it comes to value and performance, there is literally nothing on the market that comes even close to the Steam Deck. This is one of the most impressive products that we've seen in quite some time, and if I'm being frank, besides a few outliers, there hasn't been very much to get excited about in the hardware space. But the Steam Deck is the most hyped product release of 2022, if not of the last couple of years, and the implications it has for the PC gaming industry are going to be absolutely insane. So, that's it for today's video. If you enjoyed it, then please feel free to like and subscribe for more videos on the way soon. If you're after more PC Jack content though, then you can check out my Twitch channel where I live stream every Monday and Thursday. You can also follow me on Twitter and Instagram at PCJack94. If you'd like to talk more with myself and other like-minded hardware enthusiasts, then make sure to check out the PC Jack Discord. If you'd like to support the channel even further though, then make sure to check out the PC Jack Patreon where you can claim exclusive benefits while helping to fund everything I do on the channel for you guys. You'll find links to all those in the video description. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.